Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here to do What's Cracking reading. I've been missing in action for the last couple of days, trying to catch up on things. I'm trying to work myself into a routine now. I'll only be working Monday and Tuesday in my job, so I've cut back to 2 days. So now I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday free for personal readings. So I will be opening my calendar back up again and hopefully picking up on some of the readings online here. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. As you know, I read all of your comments. I know that when I don't turn up, people are concerned. But don't worry, I just have days where everything just gets too busy. Yesterday I had to have blood tests done. I will be in Goulburn on the 18th of this month, and I have already put up the booking page for you to contact the organiser for the Goulburn Fair at Living Wellness. If you can't find it, let me know and I'll repost. But it's pretty likely that most times I'll be booked out in the first hour. So there are only 2 bookings taken online, first in, best dressed. And then after that, it's a matter of being there on the day. But I have had people very disappointed because they couldn't get in. It's not just me. We get very busy. All right, let's see where we're going. I picked up the Rider-Waite Tarot for this reading. I think that's all I was going to say. But anyway, yeah, we'll get back into it. All right, let's see where we're going today. Oh, love it. We have the Chariot straight out. The Chariot is a card that represents the sign of Cancer. It is a card of forward movement, but as you can see, these sphinxes aren't going anywhere. So very often it means that we desire or we want forward movement, but we may be in some sort of holding pattern at the moment. Sometimes that means because we've got to heal something before we move forward, and sometimes if we try to push, it sort of makes us feel very stuck. And I say to people, if you feel stuck, you don't push, you just learn to sort of sit back and wait for things to go the way they need to go to. But I certainly think the Chariot coming out is a beautiful sign that things are about to start moving forward. Yeah, there it is. See, you've got some mental conflict here. Now, again, sometimes when it feels like life has come to some sort of standstill, you know, we can get quite frustrated. We want things to move forward. We can get sort of a bit ugly about it because we push. And the more we push, the slower it seems to go. And I say to people, best thing to do is sort of occupy yourself with other things. This is the time to pick up craft stuff, you know, do painting, knitting, dancing, singing, whatever you want to do. But don't try to push against the flow because it will be very difficult. Things are going to move quickly once they start getting going. I feel like here, look, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like if you get into this sort of very grounded, creative nature of the Queen of Pentacles, then things will start moving very, very quickly. So it is about you just focusing really on yourself at the moment. I feel like somehow or another here, wow, okay. Let's just divert a little bit. We've got a third party situation going on here. And I can see with the 3 of Wands too. So maybe I'm talking to people who feel like perhaps the relationship or the situation they've got going on, they haven't heard because of this third party. It could be here that you're dealing with someone who's married and you're waiting for some sort of communication to come through with the 3 of Wands. Look, it looks to me like it is coming. The communication does look like it's coming. But yeah, there's a choice not to stay focused on what is not serving you. So if you're always focused on what is happening in that situation or always focused on the outcome or the future, you're going to slow things down. And that's very, very clear in that sort of energy there. So best thing to do is distract, spend time with yourself, use that time to heal the parts of yourself that need healing. But all the time you're trying to push forward to try and get a result, it just looks like it's locking everything up and blocking the outcome there, especially with that 3 of Wands. And you know, I do have people say to me, well, it's been this long or it's been that long. And even as a reader, sometimes readings I've had done will take a while to come into fruition. I've said before, I've had readings that have taken 3 years. So it really is a matter of just getting on with your own life. Don't be waiting. I feel like it's that watching the kettle, you know, when you're waiting for a cup of tea and you're waiting for the kettle to boil, and it seems to take forever. But if you go off and do other things, you come back and it's already boiled. It's almost like, you know, the time seems to move quicker. And time is relative to what you're doing. We all know that weekends go really, really quickly, but weekdays go very slow. So it's about what you're fixated on. So distraction is the best thing at the moment. So I feel like if this is your reading, you need to distract yourself. Look. So you're coming up in the Eight of Swords energy. And the Eight of Swords energy for me is very much about victim mentality, the feeling sorry for yourself, feeling stuck when you're really not stuck because you're so focused here and not seeing the truth of something. You feel tied to a situation that you can quite easily free yourself from. And because of that, you've sort of got yourself stuck in this sort of place that's very arid, very dry. The emotions here are sort of looking like they're drying out a little bit. So you may have spent a little bit of time crying, a little bit of time being preoccupied, but trying to come about a result from a victim mentality. And remember, what you manifest is always manifested in line with where you are on your journey. So if you're trying to manifest a place from this low vibration, you're not going to manifest what you want. I feel that this is when we tend to manifest those things in that are there to teach us a lesson that we haven't learned along the way. So something tells me here that you may be going around in circles here. But it's almost like you feel restricted, or you feel like you can't move forward, or that you can't escape this. And that's untrue, because the swords are open. You can quite easily sort of drop the shackles, take the blindfold off and move through it. But you're refusing to see a truth. All right, let's see where this is going. Okay, Five of Cups coming through with the Magician. This is all about manifestation. It's all about trusting your instincts here. This is very clear with the Magician and the High Priestess. But you're looking back at the past. You're looking back at what's holding you back, rather than understanding you have the power to bring forth what is right for you. But you see, when we get stuck in this sort of victim mode, or this mentality of I can't have, I can't do, it'll never happen, when you're in that energy, it just perpetuates the sadness here. I feel like for some of you, I'm definitely talking some sort of third party here, and you're not looking forward and focusing on the cups in the future. The Magician for me is all about manifestation. He has the power to manifest, and he knows that, but he's very creative in how he goes about it. He uses all the tools at hand. Everything he knows, everything he has learned, he uses to bring about a result. There's new growth here. And the High Priestess is really telling me that Spirit is saying to you, you need to trust that you have the power. You have the inner resources. You have what you need to bring about a result. But you need to let go of this focusing on the past, focusing on what's been lost. Because all the time you're focused here, you're just sort of manifesting more of it. So if it's manifesting, you know, to do with time, which looks like it is for me, or being stuck, then it's almost like you're not learning how to move forward, and therefore you're stuck. I do have people say to me, oh, I can't get out of it. That's the blindfold. Because when you're low and when you're sad, it's very difficult to see the way out. This is why Spirit always talks about focusing on what keeps you distracted or happy, you know, whatever that is for you. But if you're always focused on the pain is what takes over here. All right, so we have the Six of Pentacles coming through with the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Look, the Nine of Wands for me is about cycling. It's about going round in circles and coming up with the same result every time. And you're stuck in the 9 rather than moving to the 10 and completing the cycle. You're stuck in the 9 because you're focusing on communication from somebody here. You're focused on, when is this coming? How long is it going to take? I've already been in this state for a long time. And it's like you're really focused on what is being given rather than focusing on completing a cycle here. Now this guy here is in the 9 of Wands energy, which means he only needs one wand to complete that circle. And that one wand talks about passion. It talks about creativity. If you could find a brand new beginning for yourself, then you can sort of forget about what you're waiting on, because it's keeping you in some sort of cycle here. I do see here with this 6 of Pentacles, there's an energy that you've invested in something here. You've invested in something which hasn't invested back, and you're waiting for that particular thing to start investing back in you. But if you're in this energy here, then this person can't see you. They can't see your vibration. They don't know that you're healing. They don't know where you are on your journey. So somebody is not ready to invest here. And it's very possible too that your person is in the same energy. You know, sometimes we think when people disappear, and I've watched a really good video on ghosting the other day. I don't know if I shared it or not, but it was really good. It was so clear. It doesn't mean this person doesn't want to invest. It means that at the moment they can't. For some reason, something is holding them back. You may be dealing with somebody who's put their marriage or their relationship above this one, which means they have to work out in their own time what they want. They could go forever in their situation and not really see a way out of it. They could be in an abusive, we did see the devil up front, they could be in an abusive or toxic relationship, which might mean it takes them a very long time to escape. The other thing to keep in mind, if you're dealing with someone who has family situations or whatever else, it may take them a while to get that in order. But if they're not communicating with you, it's because they don't want to at this time. But you're still waiting. There's the 10 of Wands. Perfect. All right. So this is definitely this forward movement that we're waiting on here, because I see the 10 of Wands coming through here. And I've just said, once we have the extra wand, if you distract yourself, if you focus on investing in yourself here, then in time something will change. Something's going to turn up. Yet focus on whatever you need to focus on to complete the cycle. So this may be working on yourself, it may be investing in your job, in your work, but you're definitely finishing something here. Just have a look at what this last card is. Look. So it's like if you invest in yourself and you become a stronger version, then you change the energy you're putting out to the universe. And you start to get into this manifestation mode. So once you start putting all that energy that you're focusing here on the past and on your own sadness or your own unhappiness or dissatisfaction, once you get into this energy here, then you start to build yourself up and you can turn your back on this energy here. You've just got to remove that blindfold. All right, let's just have a quick look. So I have you waiting to move forward. Maybe you're already starting to think about how you can get things going, focusing on yourself. Maybe you're sort of coming out of that energy here, because there's definitely forward movement here. I feel like for some of you, I'm talking about you being in some sort of third party, because I do have the 3 of Wands here, with somebody and waiting for perhaps contact. But what I do see here with this 3 of Wands is I see waiting for the future, not looking back at the past. So when you're in this energy, this is where that manifestation takes place. I also feel here that the universe is saying you need to trust your instincts, trust yourself. You're bringing forth what you need, what you want. You're manifesting whatever it is. But be focused on forward, not backwards. All right, let's just pull you an oracle card. There it is, the wall, obstacles. Interesting. We've just talked about all the obstacles here. Okay, 56. This is about obstacles, being inconvenienced by life, detours, and non-action. There are moments in your life when you are so geared up, so sure that you are on track with such drive and momentum that you are shocked and confused when you encounter a wall. This unpredictability occurs outside of your ability to plan, regardless of if you've done everything right in alignment with the divine. It's imperative that you change your attitude now. This temporary roadblock is not an obstacle to blast through. This is not an invitation to push harder or cancel other plans or worry about who will win or lose. This is a stopping point to enable you to slow down and contemplate the part of the manifesting equation that you and everyone else forgets. Life on life's terms will override your best laid plans. Yet as inconvenient as it may seem, this experience is an important reminder that you are a human being, not a human doing. Perhaps you're being reminded of your mortality, or that you are but a small part of a bigger universe where your destiny intersects with others. Your life may be meant to serve another purpose at this moment, and your attention is meant to be directed elsewhere. Consider that this place of temporary non-action is exactly meant to be for you. Perhaps it's because all you desire and have set in motion needs time to coalesce into form on the other side. Could it be that all the elements are not yet in place for its manifestation to be for the highest good of all? Patience is required now, and the wisdom that this may be a great time to take a break and contemplate gratitude. What is truly yours will never be walled off from you. And again, I marvel at how these oracle cards reflect the reading. They are so powerful sometimes. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you.